Hi, my name's Jeff Scurrin. You know, I've been coaching football now for almost 30 years, and the longer I coach this game, the more I realize how important fundamentals are. Today we're going to cover the fundamentals from A to Z. We're going to talk about blocking and tackling, movement with and without the ball, so that these kids can have a great, healthy, active football experience. Let's all play together and let's play tough. Let's all get set now in the ready position. Look down and check your feet to make sure that their toes are slightly out. Make sure your hands are resting above your knees in a nice comfortable position. Let's put our eyes on target and straighten our backs out and keep your knees out over the toes and hold that position now. Set. Very good. We're going to work on Cameron's stance here this morning, and he's in a great athletic position. Some student athletes might move their feet out too far. Go ahead, Cameron. Step out. And this is a position he just can't move from. So we like to make sure that his feet are directly underneath his shoulders. Okay, his back is nice and flat, his chin is up, his eyes are on target, and his hands are separated so that he can move equally in any direction. There's a lot of positions you can play from this athletic stance. We're going to take a look at Zach this morning in the ready position, make sure he's all set, his back is straight, his eyes are on target. Okay, now we're going to walk you through the positions. Step back, heel to toe with your right foot. Okay, put your left arm on your knee and bring your right hand down and out a little bit more. Put weight on it. Raise your butt up just a little bit, and so his body is straighter. Lower your hands so your back's a little bit tilted. Tilt your shoulders this way. And now we want him in a nice, stable, balanced position so that he is not off balance no matter what he pushes, which way we push. Remember, he has to move equally well in 4 different directions. Obviously, like all athletes, straight ahead's going to be the easiest way, and backing up's going to be the most difficult. So we can't drop his fanny too low, drop down, which would enable him to go backwards and see better, but now he can't get away in a straight position. He doesn't want to give away his stance by opening his foot up. Turn your foot to the right, which would give away the fact that he's moving toward me, or bring your foot back and switch positions, turn your other foot out, which would now give away the fact that he's going to open and pull in that direction. We have to look straight ahead, move your feet back square, hand a little bit more out in front, fanny up a little bit, and a nice balanced, stable position. Very good. Nobody runs like an ape, do they? We don't move like this, right? It's always opposite hand, opposite leg. So when we step forward with this foot over here, this arm comes back, and the second arm step, the hand comes forward. And ready, step 1 and 2. Very good, very good. Everybody got that? Now, as soon as he goes, then you'll come out and you'll go 1, 2, and full speed. Then you, then you. You got that? Okay, set and go. 1, 2. Ready, go. 1, 2. Ready, go. 1, 2. Ready, go. And 1, 2. Low man wins in football. We just covered straight ahead, and you guys did a great job. But we have to do 3 other directions. We have to go right, we have to go left, and we have to get ready to pass block, which means we've got to stand up and go backwards. So let's get down in our fundamental stance again, and we're going to work on pulling to the left to start with. When we pull to the left, we have to get our body out of the way, so we're going to pull our left elbow back. The trick is to get into the stance without giving away our position. So we're going to have Zach get down in a ready position and set, and he looks up. Now, the first thing he'll do is pull this elbow back, and the left foot comes with it. And now he throws the elbow forward as the right leg comes, and he goes into his normal running position. Okay, one more time. Okay, now just relax and run. When I pull this elbow back, just go ahead and run like you normally run. Okay, ready, step 1, pull back, now run. Okay, ready, set. Okay, Right up, wider stance, shoulder square. Okay, pull the elbow back and foot, and turn and run. Okay, very good. Okay, when we pull to the right, we do everything the exact opposite way. We step back with our right foot by leading with our right elbow, and then we throw our arm and leg as we run. Okay, ready, set, and run. Okay, next. Okay, nice and balanced, hand, weight out on your hand. Okay, ready, set, and go. Pull and go. Next. Okay, hand out, get your hand out, fingers up, fingers up. There it is. Ready, set, and go. Pull and go. Next. Ready, set, and go. Very good. Now we're ready to do pass protection, which is the fourth step. That's the backward step. First, we're going to get ready, get down in our set position and set. Put our weight a little bit more forward on our hand, move out a little bit so that we're not giving away the fact that it's pass. And now we step back with our elbow, pull our inside elbow back in a ready position, and two, we're ready there. We move our knees out so we're in a nice balanced position, keep our chin up, eyes on target, facing our opponent, making sure that the inside path is cut off. One more time. Ready and set. And step 1 and 2. Very good. And set. Go. 1, 2. Very good. And set. Knees out. And go. 1, 2. There you go. And set. Go. 1, 2. Very good. We're going to take 9-year-old Cameron and have him blocking 12-year-old Sam to show you what a smaller kid can do against a bigger kid as long as the position is perfect. Okay, we get in the fit position with his helmet right against his chest and his hands in tight, forming a nice little tripod. His feet are spread in an athletic position and his back is tightly arched. Once we have the base position set, we do a little bit of a lean to get some weight against the bigger body. And we put our hands out, we lean, and if he wasn't there, if Sam wasn't there, Cameron would literally fall right on his face. We have a little bit different problem with Caleb and Zach. Zach's a lot taller. He must bend his knees a little bit more and arch that back just a little bit more to get in the same fit position. Are we ready? Here we go. Set. And we put the face in there tight, the back is arched, the feet are spread nicely, and if he was to back up, this guy would fall right on his face. Ready, move back and down. Next comes the hit part. We want to take one step forward and bring our second arm with us. Ready, go. One step, get into the fit position, bring our second leg, extend our arms as far as we can, and he will fall forward using all of his body weight. Set, go. Okay, again. Set, go. Okay, now we're ready to put it all together, the fit, the hit, and the drive. And this is real important that we stay nice and low and we keep our feet spread nice and wide. And that's where these boards help us so much, to keep a nice wide base for balance. Okay, you guys set? Ready, go. Okay, now we'll add a little bit of speed to it. Ready, go. And one more time with a taller player. It's very important that his contact point is low and he keeps his eyes straight on target. And go! Okay, we could do this exact same drill with a down block by offsetting our blocker so that he has to take one lateral step to get to the board. Ready, step. Take step number 2, he squares up. Step number 3, contact, and then drive him off the board. Okay? And ready, and go. That was very good. And as we get good at this, we start to add more and more speed until he could do it nice and square. And again, I'm in the perfect position for him to step over and make sure his body's nice and square onto the potential tackler. Ready? Go. Good. Pass blocking is a very unnatural act. Football's supposed to be an aggressive game, but the linemen in pass blocking have to get themselves set in a position of retreat in order to form a cup or a pocket. To do that, we have to have quick feet and great balance, and then we want to strike a blow because we never want to be on the defensive side too long in terms of aggression. So we want to get ourselves set, ready to go, and then come out and strike a blow to stop the opposing player. Again, we have to do this in slow motion by breaking it down into its parts. For the offensive lineman to be successful at pass blocking, he must use his quickness and agility to close off the inside gap. Representing that is that cone sitting right there, and he will step with step number 1 close to the cone. Ready, set, 1, close off the gap. Number 2, recover and get himself ready to take on the man and be aggressive. Set, 1, 2, 3, set, go, break, set, go. Okay, good. Setting this same pass blocking up into a drill is a lot of fun. We create a gap for the offensive lineman. First of all, he must step down and close it off to where, say, the center is. Here's the outside position where he has to push him back. If we could shove him around the corner, we've been successful. And back here's our quarterback ready to be hit. And again, we got to keep the quarterback ready in case the offensive lineman gets there. Our offensive lineman's job is to prevent the tackler from getting there. The tackler's job is to try and get and touch the quarterback. And they have to go through the cones. Set. Go. Break. Okay, good. Very good. Set. Go. Break. Set. Go. Break. On break. That was very good. That was very good. To teach the execution of the handoff, we want to start with a very simple target. Sometimes it's very difficult to teach a quarterback to hand off and a ball carrier to take at the same time, and taking the ball is so important it has to be done correctly, so we're just going to use a stationary target with the ball sitting out where the running back can get it. I'm going to hold the ball in a stationary position so Cameron doesn't have to focus on anything else but getting his hands and feet in the right position. Now, as he starts to take off and comes toward the ball, take one step, Cam. And now he starts to put his hands in the right position by getting his inside elbow up as high as he can without blocking his vision and making a pocket with his lower hand so that the ball will fit right in there. As he continues forward, he keeps his eyes on the hole, not looking at the football. If he has to look at the football, we need to go back to this basic drill over and over again. He needs to be able to look downfield at the hole to be able to execute a cut. Taking the ball from the quarterback should not be something that the running back has to look at. So as he keeps stepping forward, come on, Cam, and he takes the ball. Now, he folds over with his elbows, protecting the ball. You have to be able to look at the hole, and you have to make a big target. Don't be so anxious to grab the ball with your hands. Rather, let me put it in your stomach, wrap your hands around it, and bend over it. Set, go. Set, go. 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 To add a little fun for these running backs, I'm going to add a new element. I'm going to have our quarterback here, Justin, hand the ball off, and I'm going to become the defender and force them to cut away from me. That gives me, as a coach, the chance to look at their eyes and make sure they're looking downfield when they take the hand off, and look at their center to make sure they're taking the ball correctly and squarely in their belly and wrapping over it. Make sure your eyes stay on target here. Don't look for the football. We're running full speed. Good pocket for the ball. Here we go. Set, go. Set, go. Set, go. Set, go. Set, go. Don't make your mind up too soon, 4. Set, go. Now we're going to take a close-up of the handoff exchange point so that we can see what the kids are doing now that we've added another element to the drill. And you can see that this gets harder and harder the closer you move, and sometimes the kids will forget about taking care of the football. We need to know this to avoid turnovers. Keep your eyes on me, right here. I want to see nothing but your eyes, okay? I'm the tackler, right here, okay?
Set, go.
Make a hard cut now. Tuck that ball away.
Set, go. Set, go.
Let it hit your stomach. Wrap it and go. Now we're going into receiving, catching the football, which seems like such an easy thing to do. Heck, you know, dogs catch frisbees, you know? It seems like such an easy thing to do. Except in football, you have to run away from a defender and the other guy's gonna try and hit you. The most important part of that is keeping your eye on the ball, which means if it's a high ball, your head has to be up and looking at the ball, or if it's a low ball, your head has to be down looking at the ball. To help you do that, we try and teach you to catch the ball with your hands, not in your body. And to do that, we do what's called the goalpost drill, and we're going to go over and do that right now. To do the goalpost drill, we have to stand as close as we can to the goalpost and reach around with both our hands extended. Now Parker's going to have to catch the football using only his hands. I'll throw it from the front. He must catch it and hang on to it each time. He'll extend his hands all the way out with his fingers up, catch the ball and hold it there. Once we execute from one side, we execute from the other side. Now Parker's doing such a good job with that, I'm going to move back and make the ball more difficult for him. Like this. Oops. Yeah. Reach around now, come on, extend. This is the catch and tuck drill, which is the second step. Now that we know how to catch the ball with our hands, we have to get it in a nice cradle position, just like we teach the running backs. Only the receivers, it's one hand until contact is imminent. Then we put the second hand. So we train them to catch it, tuck the ball away with a hand over or finger over the end, and their eyes looking down at the football to make sure it's a secure catch. Catch, tuck. Very good. That's perfect. Catch, tuck. Very good. Okay, ready? Let's go. Catch, look it in, tuck it away. Very good. Catch, look it in. There you go. Catch, tuck, hand over the end. 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 Very good. Now we work on the low ball drill, which was the same thing, except now we're going to roll to the ground to make the catch, to keep our body between the ball and the ground. Our hands will be underneath the ball this time. Ready? Again. I'm going to give you a real hard one this time now. Ready? Very good. Catching the ball over the shoulders can be taught very easily, but the first thing we have to do is get our hands in the right positions. So let's extend our hands out, touch your pinkies together and spread your fingers out. That gives you the maximum possible coverage for touching a ball in the air. And again, if you can't touch it, you can't catch it, that's for sure. Also, our eyes have to follow the flight of the ball, and we want to extend out all the way, watch the ball come into our grip, tuck it away, and look at the tuck to make sure we have it secured in the outside shoulder away from the defender. Again, extend, pinkies out, see your eyes touch it, grab it, and pull it into tuck with your eyes on the ball. Ready? Outside hand now, tuck it in the outside. The position of quarterback is really the one a lot of people would like to play, and it is the most technical position on the field. Not only does this person have to be a leader, but he has to be technical at throwing the ball, handing it off, running the team, and really knowing almost everybody else's job. We're going to focus in on a few of those aspects right now. We picked Sam here because he's about 4'8" tall. He's about 12 years old right now, but his height is comparable to the size of his hands. And it's real important too that you select the proper age group football, because we don't want a kid getting bad habits, picking up a ball that's just too big. And he's got about 2 fingers on the laces, which is just perfect. If you look at the side seam, you can see his index finger is almost parallel to the seam of the ball, and that's what we want. He has to have a nice, tight, but comfortable grip, and he's got to have enough of the ball so that he can really control the ball with his hand. To help improve his grip, we have a little drill that we like to do where he just really holds the ball in one hand and then releases it and grabs it again with the same hand as fast as he can do over and over again. Ready? Go. Great. Next we move to receiving the direct snap from center. He puts his hands tightly together so that there's no gap with his passing arm on the top. It's important that he takes the snap the exact same way every time, and the center should get used to putting the laces up so that they're near his grip, so that he can then control the ball and move it into his stomach, which is the third hand of the quarterback. To work on this and get it good like a game, we put our hand over his upper hand, symbolizing the center. We snap the ball up into his grip as he pulls it into his stomach and takes a step back, first with his right foot and then next time with his left foot. Okay, now your left foot. Ready? Easy, pull it in, step back. Okay? Okay, now full speed. On go.
Go.
Okay, again. Other foot. Say it loud now.
Go.
Okay, again.
Go.
Okay, again. Other way.
Go.
Once the ball's into the stomach, we got to flare our elbows out and work on our running backwards, and to do that we have to get good elbow motion by going side to side. The ball will actually scrape against our stomach as we do that. Go ahead. Once we've gotten good at that particular phase, we want to do that while we're moving backwards. To run backwards as a quarterback, or to backpedal, or to get into a drop, we're going to first work on going straight back to get our balance, keeping our heels off the ground and our weight centered forward. If the quarterback leans backwards, 2 bad things are going to happen. Number 1, he could easily lose his balance, and number 2, we're going to end up throwing the ball off our back foot, which is never a good power position. Keep your eyes on me. Okay, and go. Good. Once we get into the far back position, I like to see my quarterbacks learn to escape right away and move laterally. So we're going to take the same thing by moving backwards. We're going to do the exact same position we just did, and on my count, on my signal, left or right, he will escape in that direction. Ready? Go. Good. Okay, let's do it the other way. That was great. That was really good. Here you go. And go. Watch me. Really work on getting back fast, okay? Get more distance with each step, but stay on the balls of your feet. These are the balls of your feet right there. Okay, keep those tiptoes. Ready? Go. Okay. And go. Great. After we've got the ball secure and we can run with it, we have to do a retreat or a drop back for the quarterback. Now, while almost every offense this is done a little bit differently, there are a few basic fundamentals that the quarterback has to have. If you examine the footwork closely, it's really done with a short first step with his opposite foot that he's going to throw the ball with. Step number 2, he opens his hips. Step number 3 is a crossover. And now he's in a full retreat with his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and his eyes downfield looking at the potential target. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, run. Good. Ready, go. Okay, good. A couple more. You're getting good at it. Ready, go. Okay, elbows, good. And ready, go. Okay, very good, very good. To avoid the problem of leaning back, The quarterback must dig in with his toes and push. Remember, push off with your toes and keep your heels off the ground while you're running. Set, go. Now we're ready to throw the ball, and the throwing motion must be done correctly. And it's very difficult at this age to actually have a kid in pads do it, but it still can be done. We've got to get the ball with our elbow back in ready position. When he was dropping back, you notice that he was holding the ball and cradling it. He found it in his grip. He got the ball in the correct position. Now we must make sure that the rear elbow is back and out of the way so that the ball can go behind his head to throw the ball. Once the ball is in the ready position and out of the way, and we like to, on a young kid, have them keep two hands on the ball and keep it as high and close to their ear as possible. A little bit older, they can stylize the ball a little bit, keep it down a little bit more, but it's very difficult on a youth player to do both of those because this elbow has got to be extended. His back elbow must be out of the way to allow the arm to release. That goes back behind the helmet where he'll let go with only one hand, keep his front hand in a ready but throwing position, and then get prepared to step forward and release the ball by exploding their hips. While keeping the ball in the ready position with your elbows out, take the ball behind your ear, get ready to throw it, and use only the rotation of your hips without your feet to throw the ball directly on target. With the ball in the ready position, and your feet flat on the ground, using only your hips as the motion, turn your hips, take the ball back behind your helmet, and release it to the target. You'll notice that his hips rotate fully. He must pick out a target every time, have the quarterback focus on the target, and throw the ball accurately to the target. Keep two hands on it, back here, ready, let it go, okay? And finally, we put it all together. We take the snap, we use the proper footwork and the ball handling mechanisms, we drop back into position, we use our great throwing technique, and we throw the ball to a predetermined target. Once they get good at throwing the ball to the predetermined target, after they're dropping back, you show them a different target each time, and they have to make up their mind during the drop which they're going to do. Okay.
Set, go.
Okay, other side, switch. Very good, very good.
Set, go.
Be real comfortable when you throw the ball back there.
Set, go.
That's very good.
Set, go.
We're going to do the W drill now with 12-year-old Sam here. The W's are a very important change of direction, change of movement drill. One of the most important fundamentals in football is change of direction and be able to continue full speed movement. Starting this drill, it's very important we're square to the line of scrimmage with the feet in a movement position, athletic. Make sure they don't get their feet too wide. We're going to start moving backwards, staying on the balls of our feet by taking short steps, kicking back with our heels in half speed. Ready? Go. Backward movement and stop. At this point, we want to make sure their weight is forward, their feet are a little bit closer together, and we're going to ask them to take a couple steps to change direction. We don't want the one long braking step back long ways, so that they try and stop with their foot and change direction. This is a position that can cause a lot of slippage and is actually quite a bit slower than taking two short, small steps. Ready? Go. And change, 2 steps. Go. And change, 2 steps, sprint through, nice job. Okay, good. Go. Change, use your arms, very good. Go. Extra steps, change. There you go. Ready, go. Change. Go. Change. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Ready, go. Change. Go. Change. Ready, go. Change. Go. Change. Okay. The next thing we're going to teach is the shuffle drill. The shuffle drill is a lateral movement drill which allows us to stay square to the line of scrimmage. Keeping your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage is very important because this is a direct contact game. We need to keep our full force of our body directly in line with the action. Turning to the side causes loss of yardage on tackles and running. We want to stay square to the line of scrimmage. We've got 9-year-old Cameron here, and we're going to show the shuffle drill with him. First, we put him in an athletic ready position. Set. And now he takes steps very slowly, directly to the side. First, open step, ready, open step, and then gathers together. Open, gather together. Continues this way, keep moving, and make sure they stay square each time. Square and balanced, square and balanced. Right to the end of the cones, staying nice and low, keeping the knees bent. Excellent. As we do this drill, we make sure we move both right and left. We want to stay square and balanced, and we'll pick up speed. Once they've got the fundamentals down, we'll coach them to stay square. I'll be out in front, keeping my eyes on him to make sure his eyes are on me, watching movement. Ready, go. Good, and back. One more time. And back. Keep your eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Excellent. Go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Nice and low, eyes up, ready, go. Very good. And go. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up, ready, go. Eyes up, ready, go. Ready, go. Putting all these movement drills together for defensive backs, we have the wave drill. We have to do the W, we got to change directions, we've got to get back, and now we got to play the ball in the air and read the quarterback's movement. This drill starts out with a movement of the ball, just like the snap of the football, and we have the athlete go back in a straight manner this time to read my shoulders and my throw of the football. Okay, ready? Go. Stay on your toes, read my shoulders, break, catch the ball, take 2 steps and sprint back through. Very good. Ready? Okay. Okay, here we go. Next guy. Okay, ready? One more time. Good cut. Good catch. Give me 5 on the catch. Yeah. Good catch. Ready? Go. Okay, very good. Okay, here we go. Full speed, guys. Okay. Break. Sprint back. Very good. Very good. Okay, next guy. Here we go. Ready? Go. Ready? Very good. Very good. And go. Read my shoulders, go. Very good. Geez, that was awesome. Tackling is one of the most important fundamentals in the game, but it's also one of the more dangerous parts of football. It's very important to keep your head out of tackling. And when we say that, we mean to keep your head up and your eyes on target. The head should never, never be in the down position. We want to keep Caleb and Parker here nice and healthy so they can have a great football career. Anytime we teach tackling, we must teach the form by using it at a close proximity. We don't want to teach them to just run and hit each other, but there's a form, there's a technique, there's a fundamental that's very important if we're going to be successful at this over the long range. We'll put Parker down in a position, get down in your athletic position, nice and low, his head up, his back arched, and we're going to have Caleb stand here so that he's the tackling victim, and we're going to move him a little bit closer so that Parker's helmet can go right on the number that he's going to tackle. Then we're going to have him lean forward so that if Caleb wasn't standing here, Parker would actually fall forward onto the ground. Now, we put his arms back to get ready to tackle because we use the arms as part of the tackling thrust, part of the momentum that drives the ball carrier backwards. And he takes 2 short steps and throws his arms forward, driving the tackler backwards. Ready, and go. Good. As the athletes get better and better at this, we widen the distance, but just a little bit, making sure that we can keep their eyes on target, watch the position of the head, watch the position of the back, make sure their arms are going around the tackler as they do it each time. And ready, go. There you go. Good. And go. Okay? And ready, and go. That's much better, much better. Very good. Putting this all together in a great open field tackling drill, we have a ball carrier and a tackler here, and we do this at walk speed in an open field fashion, but again, we're trying to teach fundamentals and build confidence. Our ball carrier is down here at the end, about 7 yards away from our tackler. On the mark of go, they will begin to walk together. Ready, go. And at this point, stop. Once the ball carrier gets to this position, a position about 3 yards apart, he makes a move to his left or to his right. Ready, go. The ball carrier then must shuffle, just like we worked on earlier, to this position, stay lower than the ball carrier until he reaches the collision point, gets his helmet across the front, and drives the ball carrier downfield. Here we go. Ready, slow motion, ready, go. And break, shuffle, collision, drive, 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 drive. Very good. Okay, and go. Shuffle, shuffle, break down, shuffle, and collision and drive, 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 drive. Putting it all together can be a lot of fun. I like to use this 3-hole tackling drill with a cone simulating the 3 gaps that the ball carrier can run through. Now we've got a tackler over here who's going to shuffle and use his form tackling just as we taught. We got the quarterback here, and we have our ball carrier who's going to catch the ball and run through the hole just when we work down with the ball carrier drills. With a coach standing at the end of the drill so you can keep an eye on everything, I can visualize and see the entire field with all my athletes right here in front of me. On the snap count at walk speed, the quarterback snaps the ball to the ball carrier. Ready? Go. The ball carrier walks in the gap while the tackler shuffles position, aggressively hits him in the hole, and drives him back using the exact form we worked on. As the athletes get good at this, we increase the speed until we can go full speed. This is very gradual, particularly when you do it at the beginning of the year. Here we go, quarterback.
Set, go.
Strike, drive him back. Okay, good.
Set, go.
Shuffle, 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 attack, stay square. Keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. Very good.
Set, go.
Shuffle, attack, go through the hole, drive, head up, drive, drive. One more time. Parker, keep your head up. Come on, baby, keep your head up. Let's go. Let's go, Sam, let's go.
Set, go.
Shuffle, drive, attack, and drive him back. Sam, be more aggressive in the hole, right? Go get him, be more aggressive in the hole.
Set, go.
Shuffle, shuffle, attack, attack, drive, drive, drive. Much better head position. Very good. Let's go pick up the pace now, guys. Let's go. Start to pick it up a little bit.
Set, go.
Head up, head up, head up. You dipped your head, didn't you? Keep that head up, keep that chin up. When we talk about ward-off techniques in football, we're trying to keep the defensive player away from the offensive player. The advantage of playing defense is the ability to use your hands without getting called for holding. But before that can happen, you have to keep a distance or stay away from a blocker. Those are ward-off techniques. The one that I think is the simplest, best one to teach is just to have the defensive player put his hands on the offensive player as he's been trying to block to keep him away, remembering always to keep his head up and eye on the ball carrier. With the offensive player in a 3-point stance, our defensive tackle in a 4-point stance, on the go we collide, the defensive player uses his ward-off technique, uses his hands to get rid of the opponent and get ready to make the tackle. Ready? Go. Be aggressive now. Set. Go. Okay. One more time. Set. Go. Very good. With a defensive tackle position, we come up to the line of scrimmage in what we call a 6-point stance. We're waiting for the offensive line to come and declare their position. A 6-point stance is hands, feet, and knees on the ground, ready for the offensive line to come and be in their position. Once the ready count comes, or when the line comes to the line of scrimmage, the defensive tackle must rise to a 4-point stance with his head up in the ready position. And keeping his feet underneath him, ready to move like a cat in any direction. As the offensive line breaks the huddle and gets sit in their ready position, the defensive tackle immediately assumes his stance because it's okay for them to go in this position. They do not have to be in the down position. We want to teach these guys to be ready as soon as the lineman's in his position. Then when he gets set, we're automatically ready to go. A great drill for the defensive lineman is a 3-on-1 read drill. Each one of these 3 linemen can attack him from any angle and drive him backwards. He must use his peripheral vision to see all 3 at the same time and react using his ward-off techniques. The first drill is the basic down block. I give the command down like this so that the offensive players can see it, but it's hidden from the defensive player. Set, go. 1 step. Okay, break. The next one would be the out block where the center turns out the block and everybody fan blocks. The ball would obviously be going out here. Set. Go. Good. The third block is the drive block or the straight ahead block with this signal straight at me in which the ball carrier would be coming straight ahead. Set. Go. Now we put it all together with our hand signals and the defensive player reacting just the way you have to do in a real football game. Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? Set. Go. Okay, very good. You will notice on the outside in contact that our defensive player used a great ward-off technique with his hands and shuffled straight down the line like this. Go. Once the players get good at this, we can make this a lot more exciting by adding a trap block. You know, in football, it's just possible at the more advanced levels that these players don't get blocked. If they don't get blocked, they must realize they are being trapped. And that's where nobody blocks them. There's a gap, and somebody comes from an opposite direction and literally side blocks them so that they're out of the play. Ready? Set. Go. And the ball carrier would come through this gap. Ready? Set. Go. And fight across them, get back in the hole. Very good. Well, we've sure covered a lot of ground today, but these fundamentals are the basics of the game. Teaching these kids right from the start will make them have a great experience with this game. Remember, fundamentals win.